Hey there, it's Lauren, and I am super excited because I got this new wireless lavalier mic. So hopefully my sound will be a little bit better in my videos. Just got done with preschool drop off. I'm only going to be doing that a couple more weeks before my youngest starts kindergarten. So that's exciting. But I wanted to make a video about Tidewater. I mentioned this term a video or two ago when I talked about a low appraisal. And I mentioned the Tidewater initiative as it relates to VA loans. And so I wanted to explain that further. So if you didn't know, a VA loan is for veterans, it's Veterans Affairs loan. It's for people who are service members, active service members, veterans, and it allows them to get better terms on a loan. So you can do lower down payments or no down payments. You can get better APR on your mortgage. And there's some other benefits as well to doing a VA mortgage if you are a veteran or an active duty service member. But there are a few caveats to these VA loans, and I had one recently. It was so funny. I called the listing agent and I said, "Hey, the appraiser has invoked Tidewater," and she was like, "You must be calling the wrong agent because I don't have any oceanfront properties." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no. This is a VA thing. So let me explain it." When you get an appraisal done for your mortgage, if it is a VA mortgage that you're going for, if the appraiser thinks that the appraisal might come in below the contract price, they will do what's called initiating or invoking Tidewater. And what this means is they are giving the buyers an additional safety net, everyone involved really, because they are reaching out to the lender and saying, "Hey, we think this appraisal is going to come in low. The comps don't support the contract price." And then they give the lender 48 business hours to come up with additional comps or other market data that might support the contract price. So then the lender will call the agents and say, "Hey, do you guys have anything?" Usually they'll call the buyer's agent because that's who they're working with, the buyers. And that's what happened in this case recently with me. The lender called, said, "Hey, they've invoked Tidewater. Do you have any more comps?" Of course, I called the listing agent as well and said, "Do you have any more comps? We have 48 hours to provide them." We, in this case, could not find any additional comps, and we knew this was going to be an issue, and that's why we later negotiated a lower contract price. But this is what Tidewater is. It's that 48 hours of notice before they finalize the appraisal. It gives you an opportunity. If you have more information, you can submit it and they'll consider it. Normally, we can't really provide that kind of information to an appraiser. We can give comps, we can maybe leave them printed out on the counter so they might consider them, but we can't really like communicate with them and say, "Hey, please consider these comps." So it's just a nice thing for people who are doing VA loans. The way it got its name, if you're curious, I researched this. It's called the Tidewater Initiative or Process, and it originated in the Tidewater area of Virginia. So it was a pilot program started in the early 2000s to see if it would help the process, and it was expanded nationwide in 2003. So this has been around for about a little over 20 years. And if you have never done a VA loan, you've never represented a buyer or a listing that had a VA buyer, then you may have never heard of this. But it's good to keep in your back pocket, because if someone tells you that the appraiser is invoking Tidewater, it does not mean that you are selling or buying an oceanfront property. It simply means you have an appraisal that is likely going to be lower than the contract price, and you now have an opportunity to submit additional comps or market data. Let me know if you have any questions about this or anything else having to do with appraisals, VA loans. I'm not a mortgage broker, but I can direct you to someone who is an expert on them and help you in any other way that I can. Have a great day.